Hey, welcome to my channel and to Weigh In. Now, this is my first Simply Feeling Weigh In since I started back to the beginning. You know our challenge is going on. I know a lot of you have gone back to where you started. Some of you are just sticking with what you're at, and all of that is okay. It's just sticking to what you've got to do and doing it. When I first started Simply Feeling, I told you the first week, 3.5 years ago in April, I gained 5 pounds. So I said, if I gain, since I'm changing so drastically from low carb to like carbs, really, if I gained, I was not going to be, tore up about it because it has happened the first time. But let me tell you how it went down this week. I weighed in at 316.6 for a loss of 5 pounds even. And that puts me at 60.5. I don't want to jinx it by saying, woo, I'm in the 60s now. Because next week, who knows, I might gain. Every time I say something, y'all know I call it up. So I ain't trying to jinx it. But anyway, I'm happy with my loss for the first week. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not even exaggerating, I was 100% on plan. Nothing, I even went, let's see, I think I wrote, 2 points, I can remember, 2 points left out of my 49 weekly points. I still had 2 points left, and that was with us eating out because I told you on some video, I don't remember, might have been one of our challenge update check-in or something. When we ate out, I had Chipotle. That is a good place to go if you're counting points. I don't know. Well, maybe calories too, because it depends on what you get on your bowl. Get you the burrito bowl, and you get to pick and choose exactly what you want to put on it. And so it's very point friendly, especially if you're on the purple or Simply Feeling or core, which is where Simply Feeling came from. Because you get the brown rice, that's 0. But you know what? Even if you get rice, if you have to count rice is really not that high in points. It's not so high that you can't have it. Or you can just have no rice at all. Just put it all on lettuce if you want to. But there's so many choices if you haven't ever been. We only went the first time. It had been too many months ago, the first time we had ever been. So we were pleasantly surprised. And so it's a good choice if you're trying to watch what you eat, but you still want to eat out. So, let's see, what day is it? This is Thursday. Tuesday, I had to go to the doctor. Well, my doctor, she moved from here to 45 minutes away. She changed medical systems from the one that I normally frequent to the one that I normally don't frequent, except for like imaging. There's some things that I do in that system, but the bulk of my medical needs are taken care of in this certain system. Well, she changed, but she's such a good doctor, I went with her. I'm gonna tell you what, this here GPS map, this girl, she made me mad. I looked at the directions. I saw the exit I had to take because I don't just hit start and go. I like to read the steps first, so in my mind, in case, sometimes she don't talk. Have y'all experienced that? Sometimes you know you doing something and she's not telling you, and you're worried that she quit on you and you're going to get stuck somewhere. So I'm going down the highway and she's like, better route found. I'm like, okay. So I took her exit. She turned me all the way around my elbow to get back to my thumb. But here's the thing. Did y'all know that traffic circles were meant to be driven in a circle? Take the third exit off of the traffic circle. Okay? Well, I'm just going around the circle, and I just keep going like kind of straight instead of all the way around. Well, then she had to reroute me. That took me all the way around. I had to go in the long way. But when I left, it took me out through the exit that I originally was going to, and it was boom right there. If I'd have got off of that exit, I was just within 2 blocks of the doctor's office. So I don't know why she rerouted me. Anyway, while I was at the doctor's office, I got my flu shot and I got my shingles shot. Well, I got one over here and one over here. She wiped down the alcohol. She laid the Band-Aids up on my shoulders. She come over, she did this one first. I didn't even feel it. It was like the COVID shot. Didn't even feel it. Seriously, didn't even feel it. Then she comes over here. I'm like, well, I think I felt that. It stung. So when she got through, I asked her, I said, now which was which? I said, because I didn't feel that one, but I felt this one. She goes, yeah, that's why I do that one second. She said, because that was your shingle shot. This was your flu shot. I'm like, oh, okay. Listen, my arm is so sore. Oh, right here. The witch's belly. The witch's belly is sore. But here's another thing. Sunday, I went to Aldi's. We were out of like milk. There was a couple things that just we used up, and we're not going to be able to hold out until grocery day Wednesday. So I said, well, I go to Aldi's because it's a smaller store that I can easily walk, and it's close to the house. Well, first of all, every rude person in town went to Aldi's on Sunday too. I just had to get out of there. People were running over with their buggies, pushing up on you, behind you. It was terrible. It was terrible. So after I got out, I'm like, well, there was a few other things I could have got while I was there, but they just had me tore up. I had to get out. Well, anyway, I get out and I push the buggy of groceries to the, let's see. No, I had enough just to put it up on my shoulder. So I pushed the buggy back to the little thing where you get your quarterback. And I was walking back to the car. And I heard something. Every time I take a step, I'd hear. It was on my left foot. I'm like, because when I walk like like this because I can't help it. And every time I put that left foot down, I heard like, and I wear these I call them crocolikes. Because they not Crocs, but they look like them. And I thought something in there whooshing out some air or something. And I don't know how many steps it took me to realize there was a car sitting over at the stoplight with his music going. I was walking directly to the beat every time my left foot went down. It bumped. I don't know what he was thumping, but I was walking to it. I was going across the parking lot just laughing at myself. People thought I was crazy. Maybe you had to be there. It was funny. So I don't know what else. Talk about laughing. My daughter, she is a sweet little woman. The nurse come in there, and me and the nurse, y'all know I kind of get carried away sometimes. I kind of get carried away sometimes. So me and the nurse, being I was new, I did not know this woman, so me and her had to converse on things, and we was laughing and just having a good time. And when she finally got through and went out, she said, well, doctor will be in shortly. She walked out the door, and my doctor walked in, and she said, I was ready to come in. I was waiting on y'all to quit laughing. Which is funny because me and her do the same thing. We're in there. We're just cutting up. She's funny. She's very stern in a sweet way. I don't know. She's a stern doctor, and if she don't want you to have a medicine, you're not getting that medicine. I told her She took my pain pills away a long time ago because of my kidneys. And so she goes, well, you're not taking the whatever. I'm like, no. I said, you took it away from me. And she goes, well, something about, why did I do that? I'm like, because you're savage. She started laughing. I said, you're a beast. She goes, well, she explained to me. I know why she did. The other reasons why she did. I'm like, well, the other doctor gave me the good stuff. She retired and nobody would give it to me again. So I am walking through this life pain pill free, and I don't like it one little bit. Now, she did up because I told her, I said, will you please up my arthritis medicine where it was before, because it's not even a big dose. It's not even hardly enough to count, but I'll just take what I can get at this point. And she said, only if you promise we check your blood in 3 months, and if your kidneys functions are okay, then okay. I said, no problems here, because the other doctor that I went to before she retired, she drew my blood every single 3 months. This doctor sometimes will go 4 months. I think I've gone 4 months with her one time. And then if I happen to come where it's not exactly 3 months, she'll say, well, do you just want to come back and do your labs later? You don't have to do them today if you don't want to. But she still keeps up on everything, She still keeps up on all the blood work. So I'm not saying that. But she's made me promise, I get my blood done, which I'm going to do whatever they say anyway. I'm used to it. So as long as my kidneys look good, which they're up and down, up and down, up and down, then I can keep that. She goes, well, if you really, really, really need the pain pill, then we'll talk about it. I'm like, okay. So talking about blood work, I was thinking about all this stuff today. So I'm sitting back here. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. It was yesterday. And I was making a new little book. Just a little, not a whole junk journal, just the first kind of junk journal I ever made. Just a little book made of scrapbook paper. And I made it for some receipts. Well, I had the pages all cut to size. I had my little template for the holes in the spine to be made. I put the hole in the cover. Then I put my template on my pages. I had them all grouped together. I clipped them, on the sides. And I held it, and I got my awl. Pointy, sharp awl for poking through your papers. And you're going through several layers, so it's pointy, I'm going to tell you. I start going down through my little template. Next thing I know, I stuck my finger. I jammed it right in the finger. I hit the finger. I looked down, that thing started bleeding. I'm going to tell you what I did. The first thing in my mind was, go check your blood sugar. You got blood free flowing. So I ran to the kitchen to get my little kit and pulled out, check my blood sugar while it was bleeding. Listen, I can't. Do y'all have trouble? See, I had this Raynaud's. I think that's how you say it. I always say it wrong. In my fingers and toes, where the circulation cuts off and then they turn blue or they turn white. They stay cold. It's just kind of an irritating little situation, and I don't always get blood out of my fingers. I can mash and mash and mash. Sometimes I have had to hit several different fingers to try to get the blood out. So, listen, when I had some free flowing, I took off. I got that stuff covered. So, anyway, I think that's all I was going to tell y'all today. No, I was going to remind you that we have a collab coming up Saturday morning, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Fall Back with Smart Choices collab. And it is hosted by Sandy over at Let's Get Fit with Sandy. She thought it'd be a good idea to get a bunch of different perspectives, how you stay on track and how you cope with your weight loss journey. And I'm going to tell you right now, I hope mine makes sense. I filmed it already. It's uploaded. It's sitting there. It's scheduled. So it's ready. But I hope it makes sense. Because I think it don't. Y'all have to be the judge. And I think I might sound kind of mean. I'm not sure. Y'all can let me know if I sound too mean. But I didn't want to redo it. I thought I'll just go with my gut instinct, my, first reaction to whatever my opinions were. I would just let it go, let the chips fall where they may. So it's either gonna not make sense to you, make you mad. Maybe you'll like it. I don't know, but anyway, look for that. I don't know. There's a good bunch of us in it. There's a good bunch of us in it. Be sure to check everybody out, because I'm sure everybody's going to have a completely different perspective. And if you don't fall in line with me, I can about bet there's going to be somebody that you will fall in line with, because we're all different. We all do this weight loss journey differently. We're just people like that. We don't all handle things the same way. We don't see things the same way. We don't have the same perspective. We don't have the same abilities. We don't have anything that is exactly like another person. We can pick and choose from different people, like from you I glean this, and from you I glean that, and etc., and then put together our own little journey. So that's kind of what I do. I'm just my own little person, just doing my own little thing, doing my little simply feeling. And if that's what you're doing, your own little thing, you don't have to be following the mainstream. Listen, you could go outside the mainstream. That's cool with me. So be sure and check out the collab. Pick a little bit up from everybody. Check everybody's video out. If you're not subscribed to people, then go ahead and subscribe. Give the likes and the comments. Y'all don't know. I know some people say it on their videos. I don't usually say it on my video, but just in case you didn't know, YouTube promotes you based on your likes and your comments, because it shows YouTube, hey, I like this creator's content enough to give it a like or to give it a comment. And so YouTube, and all the infinite wisdoms of their algorithms, will promote your video and get you out there for more people to see. Apparently they don't like mine. Because, well, this is what I say about me. This is what I say about me. I am an acquired taste, and not everyone has this taste. So I am definitely not mainstream. I figure you either like me or you don't like me. I don't reckon there's no in between, and I'm cool with it either way. But anyway, I am happy with all y'all. Y'all so good to me. Speaking of, I got a happy mail yesterday, but I'm not going to show you yet, because I got another one coming today or tomorrow, and I thought, well, I'll show you both of them at the same time. So one, like I said, come yesterday, and she's somebody that sends me regular happy mail. I call her my quarterly subscription box, but this one come a little bit sooner. So anyway, that's all I know for today. I lost 5 pounds on my first week back to Simply Feeling. I hope it stays that way. I was on plan. I didn't eat, and see, this is part of Simply Feeling, like purple, basically. Sugar is really not involved. You get more points on purple because you get daily points and you get weekly points, but you don't have as many 0-point foods. But it's not geared towards sugar. Simply Feeling is not geared towards sugar. You can pick and choose how you want to spend your 49 points, but I'm going to tell you what, since cutting off the sugar in the low carb, I'll eat a cake and cookie if you got it in front of me. Even though I have withstood that candy, I'm not even worried about that candy anymore. Not even worried about that candy. That candy it just does not even exist to me. Because I'm going to tell you what, I am on a mission. But since giving up that sugar, I don't crave the sugar. You crave what you eat. Now, that's a fact. The more of something you eat, the more of that food you want. So if you're wanting to kick sugar, then kick sugar. If you're wanting to not crave the cookies and the cakes and the candies, then quit eating it. eventually you will get out of it. Trust me. You think I got this big not eating cakes and cookies and candies and little Debbie's? Donuts? No. That was pound cakes, desserts every week from the time I was a child to my whole entire adult life, baking the treats. When I tell you I went low carb and I laid off the sugar, I laid off all the white foods, the sugar was the main thing. And when I tell you I quit eating sugar and I quit craving sugar, I tell you the truth. So if there's something that you're trying to kick, just kick it. Just kick it to the curb. When I changed my coffee, that was let me get a drink. That was the biggest miracle I can think of, because I liked a little bit of coffee with my sugar. I put sugar in it and sweet creamer. I didn't use no half and half. Now I still ain't going down to skim milk because I like a little body to my coffee. The texture of it, I like a little bit of a mouthfeel, so I don't want to go down to skim milk. That's not even on my radar. Even though I can have skim milk for 0 points on Simply Feeling, I don't count my coffee anyway, and y'all know that. So that's not a point. But the point is I cut the sugar out. I did little by little. So one day I was drinking my coffee the regular way, and it's when I started on the Weight Watchers, I said, no, you gotta get rid of all that sugar you're drinking, eating too much sugar in your coffee. Because I drink coffee all day, all year long. Not just when it's cold outside. I'm talking 110 degrees outside. I'm here sipping my coffee. Next day, I just maybe added a bit of a spoonful less, and I got used to that. And then I backed it up some more until I completely backed off all the sugar. And at first, it was hard to get used to because, I mean, you go from like super sweet coffee to no sweet at all. It took some getting used to, but now I will gag if you put sugar in my coffee. I try hard to like the flavored creamers because I used to love the flavored creamers. And I'm going to tell you my favorite one, and y'all probably know, pumpkin spice. I couldn't wait for pumpkin spice season to come around. I always used to think they needed to sell that creamer year round. They'd make a ton of money, but then they get everybody all hyped, and when the season comes, then they buy it all up. Well, I lived for the pumpkin spice creamer. I tried this season. I tried last season. I couldn't do it. I'm like, well, maybe I can do it this season. I tried. I couldn't even drink the cup. I had to pour it out. So I sent it home with Holly. I'm like, you want that creamer? She's like, yes. So I can't even drink sweet creamers in my coffee. I just need coffee. Now, I can use those that was it Natural Bliss? It's just barely sweet. I can use that in the coffees that are flavored. I can use a little bit of that in there, but not much. Not much. So you can train yourself. What was I even talking about sugar for? Why was I talking about sugar? Any reason? Listen, I get down these rabbit holes sometimes, and I don't know where I started. I don't know what we was talking about. Yeah. Somebody's probably yelling at the screen right now. You were talking about. I don't know. Anyway, I know I was talking about you don't have to be mainstream. I know I was talking about that. Talking about points, and I didn't spend maybe not spending my points on sugary things. I spent my points on food, by eating out, like some guacamole and real sour cream, because I can have fat-free sour cream on Simply Feeling, but I wanted some real sour cream, so I spent points on that. I spent points on some tortilla chips because I wanted some of that fresh salsa. So that's where my points went. My points this week, if you watch my meal plan, are going to go for homemade milkshakes, probably thick milkshakes that you have to eat with a spoon, and some little, I was going to make little bundt cakes, I told y'all, but you'll see one of the things I got in Happy Mail, I'm going to use it to make little waffles, which is what the original recipe was. It's made with oat flour. Oatmeal is Simply Feeling compliant, so you grind it and you can make waffles like if you were to use in the blue days when I would use the protein mix, the what's it called? Y'all know what I'm talking about, the protein pancake mix. Kodiak. Or just regular flour and whatever. So I'm going to use that instead of the butt cakes. So I'll make it kind of like maybe a sundae, something like that. Because believe it or not, sugar-free syrups are allowable. So just a little bit of sugar-free chocolate syrup on there. Little bit of sugar-free caramel syrup on there. That's how I interpret it. Pancake syrup. Yep. So anyway, I guess now that I done forgot what I was talking about and where I went, I will just close out this video. I hope everybody is having a good week so far, and I hope you're sticking to your plan. Maybe we will try to, let's see, maybe Friday we'll do another check-in. I don't have anything coming up on Friday. That's tomorrow. Maybe we'll check in tomorrow and see how everybody's doing. So I get the baby today. Holly's got another chiropractor appointment. It might be her last one. She hurt her back bad when she was pregnant. And then after she had him, she got bad. She was hobbling. She could hardly even walk. And so she's getting it fixed up. And she thinks maybe today might be the one because he's fixed her up. But anyway, that's why I'm doing this early inside instead of outside on the porch, because it's not daylight yet. And I need to go ahead and get it uploaded and out of my way for baby time. So, all right, that'll do it for me today for Weigh In. Stay on plan, stay on track, do your best, and I'll see you on the next video.